Good morning, chicks and chickens. Welcome back to Old Man Farm. My name is Sid, as always. There's nothing on the calendar. What a time to be alive. I turned into a morning DJ there. Spirits are in good humor. I don't think that really matters today. I wish they would have been on our side yesterday when we bought 35 heaters, which, by the way, I went to my interview. We'll talk about that in a second. And I am recording this relatively early. Oh, right. Pickled red cabbage, baby. So I'm not sure if anyone had any ways for us to get rid of these, but I couldn't find any. So we're going to do a little something with that. But let's read this letter. I found in a drawer somewhere. I thought you could use it. Pam's like, this is what I use when I'm hella hungover, kid. Tomorrow's the Feast of the Winter Star. Oh, shit. We need a gift for Jody. Well, yeah, we can get away with some cloth, right? Oh, I'm not a thoughtful person, but that's okay, because the people in Stardew are very forgiving and just have an obsession with cloth. Oh, here comes a honk. No, come back. You can't. I'm gonna. That's not good. Let's see. There's got to be a secret way to get there. I was told there are secret ways. Haha! There it is. If you know they exist, it's almost obvious, right? That's really cool. Anyway, we're going to take this pickled red cabbage over to Rasmodius. I almost said Ozymandias. And we will, then we're going to come back. We're going to do a little project with our 35 heaters. Speaking of, where are those bastards? Aren't they in here? We have 36, because there's another one that I forgot. Oh, I'm so trash. But first, we're going to do the basics, as always, and then I'll tell you about how or while we do this, I'll let you know how the interview went. Spoiler alert, it went well. And that's all there was. No, but seriously, it went well. I fully expect to have the job, barring a background check and pre-employment drug screening, both of which are not an issue for me. So, that being said, does anyone else... Whether you used to do criminal things like I did or you never have, do you... When they say we're going to do a background check, I still panic a little. Like, I have nothing on my record. I have no reason to be upset. But every time, I kind of panic a little bit. I'm like, oh no, they're going to find something that I don't even know I did, and I'm going to get fired for it, right? It's ridiculous. I know it's not real. Anyway, barring those two things coming back erroneously, I will probably be starting that job in the next couple of weeks. Now, it is going to be this is the busy season for deaths, right? Well, actually, the deaths mostly happen in the winter, but it's the busy season for burials, obviously being Memorial Day and things like that. So I am going to be working like 6 days a week for, until the end of May, at least. But they are shorter days. It's the kind of thing that if you're done by 2 o'clock, well, then you go home. But there's a lot of people that have burials on Saturdays, so that results in some jobs. And even if it's a short day, it's still a day of work, right? So you may think to yourself, but Sid, you constantly complain about how you can't stand the amount of time you spend at work. You're right. The hours are going to end up being the same or less for what I'm doing. But I'm going to be outdoors. I'm going to be outdoors all the time, which I love. And I'm going to be alone, which I also love. And there's going to be actual, problem solving. And I don't have to just stand there and make sure a machine doesn't overheat. So I feel like that little bit of stimulation plus... and this is maybe, I don't know if this is morbid, but I really do not mind working around death, and in a more specific capacity, I really don't. I don't mind working in, why am I blanking? Why am I blanking? Cemeteries. There we go. I like working in cemeteries. They are very calming to me. I don't mind being at funerals. Even ones that like I'm required to go to. I mean, yes, they're sad, but I don't know. My brain is strange that way. I don't find them to be, I don't know, there's an odd calm to them. But anyway, so I'm hoping that I will enjoy it. I've done this job in the past. Okay, let's not sell the pickled red cabbage. There we go. I've done this job in the past for a summer when I was in high school. And obviously I was in better shape then. But I think I'm going to like it. And I will keep you guys posted as it goes. But yeah, what that means in a macro sense is I don't know what's going to happen with the channel. I want to try to keep up our 6 days a week. But a lot of my ability to do this is focused... Oh, come back. Hell yeah. 50,000 G's. That doesn't even make up for all the heaters I bought. Anyway, wait. Oh, I jumped off Grover down here. I was like, wait a second. What the hell was I saying? Oh, a lot of my ability to do this job stems around the fact that I do have a lot of days off through the week. Now, it doesn't equate to a lot of time off in like a monthly sort of capacity, but on a day-to-day basis, I am able to do things like this. But I don't know how this is going to work going forward, and if I'm being completely transparent with all of you, I am pretty cut up about it. I don't want to lose this. I don't want to quit doing this, and I don't think that I'm going to have to. But it may have to stretch back. It might not be able to be 6 days a week, and I wouldn't mind some input from all of you in what do you think would be a good way to handle a change should we have to make one. Because again, it's not my intention, but I have to be realistic here and let you guys know that we may have to undergo some changes. So if you were given the option, would a like Monday, Wednesday, Friday kind of thing work, or would you prefer a video maybe even just twice a week, but more days? And oh, by the way, yeah, I didn't know what else to do with these, so I thought, well, 35? What are we going to do with 35? I'll just make... This is my art installation. I call it, "You Gotta Be Shitting Me." That's what we call this piece of art. Here, we'll even underline my disbelief. Yeah, we'll give it one more over here. There, 35, baby. This is my art. It's called "You Gotta Be Shitting Me." Oh, you know what though? Now that I'm doing this, we could. Okay, hold on. If we're doing this, we're doing it right. I've got an idea. But yeah, would you think? And again, this is all speculative. I want to stress that. I don't know what's gonna happen. But if we have to change things up, would you prefer to still have singular days that are they just won't happen every day? And I don't know if that would be 3 days a week or 4 or whatever. I'm not sure. But would you prefer single days and it'll take longer to get through time? Or that in a 7-day period, we're still getting our, 6 days in, but it would be, there might be some longer videos. It might be, we do two days at once. Or they could even, I don't want to have to edit a lot more. Maybe some, but not a whole lot, because again, we start getting into an increased time cost, which is what we actively have to kind of avoid. So yeah, I'm really interested to know your thoughts on that, because I've said this before, and as cliche as it sounds, but it really is about I mean, it's about both of us, but that, you know, part of that both. It's about you, the viewer. It's about me, the person making it. But we are a symbiotic relationship, so it has to work for me, but it also has to work for you and be entertaining. So, yeah, I'd like your input on that. I'm going to shut up about it now, or I will just keep talking in circles. But, yeah, please, you can leave it in a comment. You can hit me up on Discord. You can personal message me, DM me, if that makes more sense to you. Go for it. But I do look forward to hearing everyone's thoughts on that. But yeah, anyway, get back to it. Also, I said I'd let you know how I liked mowing my lawn. Well, my super cheap mower immediately started spitting oil everywhere, and it's dead. So I'm gonna have to fix that. But luckily, my neighbor, he comes out and he said something, I don't know verbatim, but he come out and he said something along the lines of, "Now it's none of my business, and you can absolutely tell me to go to hell if you want. But it doesn't seem like your mower's working real well." I was like, no, it's not, you know? "Thanks for the observation, Captain Obvious." And he said, "Well, I have an extra mower, and you can use it if you want, and you can use it all season if you have to." I don't know why I'm giving him my, like, villager voice. He's Andy. He's my friendly neighbor who's, like, you know, a farmer man. Anyway, so I ended up using that, and I did really enjoy mowing it. It's, the yard is, I don't know if any of you enjoy doing yard work. I hate it, but I do like mowing. And, at least in this regard, sorry about that, I punched the mic. My yard is not it's not a difficult lawn to mow. It is not the type of lawn that you have to go around a whole lot of things, or at least not in a way that makes it seriously obnoxious to deal with. It's a relatively carefree yard, so I like doing that. Plus, not that my yard is terribly large or anything, but I haven't really got a chance to go around and intimately look at it, because I do have some garden beds and things like that, you know, I hadn't really checked out. And obviously when you're mowing, you're really intimately checking these things. So yeah, it was nice. I look forward to doing it on the regular, you know, and just maintaining and not having to work up from the horrid crabgrass mess that it was, you know, just given the fact that this is the first time I've got to mow this year, and we've had so much rain. Okay. Anyway, enough about real life crap. No one cares about that. Let's go fish off the bridge. Because we need to get a river jelly, don't we? Holy crap. Wonder if there's gonna be another night carp, midnight carp. Crap. We don't have a trap bobber on here, I can tell. Jeez, that was just a lincod? That was surprisingly difficult for just a lincod. Hey, there's a bream toward our smoked bream. Once we get these jellies, we're gonna be good to go. Oh no, I hate that our bobber is a Joja Cola can. We're getting all these useful and high-quality fish when really all we want is some scum from the bottom of this river. Well, I suppose we just did get a little bit. A different scum. Oh, I like the little sailboat. Oh, and I forgot. After we got done mowing the lawn, what the hell is that? Is that a cow or something? A golden cow? Anyway, after we got done mowing the lawn, been trying to teach my boy how to ride a bike, and it's been mixed results. We started last year, and it's been mixed results, but he is making incredible strides in this. Just this last couple of days, where I think we've been focusing on not thinking, specifically, like, do not overanalyze it. Riding a bike, well, obviously everyone knows the idiom, but just in general, riding a bike is something I find that when it comes to just basic riding, the less you think about, the better off you're going to be. I told him, don't think about what am I doing with my feet. Just look forward and keep pedaling, and don't think about, well, if I fall, where am I gonna land? Like, where's the grass? Blah, blah, blah. Quit thinking about that. Just focus on the pedaling and going straight. And he started doing super well as soon as he started cutting out the things in his head that were preoccupying him from doing the thing. And I feel that I've been trying to understand more about how my own brain works when it comes to my lack of focus and ADHD, because he seriously struggles with that as well. And it's been helpful. We talked about this, but he just lit up when he actually managed to he realized that I haven't been holding you. You've just been riding your bike and I've been walking next to you. And we started working on turning, and he was like, oh, I've been turning. I was like, well, wiggling left and right because you're trying to go straight is really more going straight, not turning. We're looking for deliberate, intentional, smooth turns, and we got to that point with it, and it was really nice. It was nice for me because I have such a difficult time. I don't think I'm a very good teacher, because my teaching style requires that the person put in a lot of work, because I tend to just teach by doing, hey, here's how this works, here's how you do it, you try it. And then if you ask me questions, oh, it's getting late. If you ask me questions, I will answer them, and then we'll come to understanding. But with something like this, where it's a physical act, I don't know that I'm very good at teaching this kind of thing. So, in that regard, I do feel good. Whoops. I feel good that he and I are learning to communicate better, in a way that is beneficial to him. Because I find communicating with myself to be frustrating, so I can only imagine how it feels on an external basis. Okay, well, we're gonna go ahead and go to bed. I think this wasn't the day I expected. You know what I mean? I thought we were really gonna do a lot of fishing, but I think it was still a very productive day. And we'll keep working on the fishing. It is what it is. Tomorrow is the Feast of the Winter Star. We're gonna take Jody something. I'll see if we have like a cake or something we can take her. But who knows? We'll figure it out. If you have any suggestions, feel free to let me know. And again, if you have any ideas, any insight, any thoughts, feelings, concerns, strongly worded letters, feel free to send them along about if we have to change the format. What are your thoughts? I'm very, very interested to know, and we'll continue talking about this as the time gets closer. And after, my first week of doing the job, then I'll really, really know what kind of time am I working with. But I really do appreciate your insight, and as much as I love doing this, I want to make sure that the amount of effort that I am putting into it makes sense for the rest of my life. If I'm going to be working shorter days, but every day, that drastically affects how that means I'll never be able to record an episode the day of, which I currently do as often as I can. So, anyway, rambling aside, just let me know what you think. And, yeah, be good to each other, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Good night.